Now it's time for the news.
If you're tired of the same old news,
What more do you want?
I want the truth.
You're hearing it. Strap yourselves in, folks.
never fear.
What's the dealio?
Part of life is learning to let things go.
We've got news moms can use.
What was that name again? I missed that.
News moms can use.
Brought to you by Therapon Skin Health, helping moms have healthy, youthful-looking skin for 20 years.
Okay. By the way, we do pick our news stories based on what we think moms want or need to hear. I'm sure every mom out there wanted to hear about my husband's football team. But we do. We think that there are things that are often missed in the news that moms want or should hear about, and we try to pick it that way. So just so you know. And because this is a show for moms, this story I don't think could be avoided. Let's just admit it is just about every mother's worst nightmare. I did not feel like I could overlook it this morning. Of course, the body of precious 10-year-old Jessica Ridgeway has now been identified. Her body was discovered by authorities combing Partridge Park, open space in Arvada, Colorado. This after young Jessica went missing last Friday while on her way to school in Westminster, Colorado. Her single mom, Sarah Ridgeway, is now left to mourn the loss of her 10-year-old daughter, a little girl with spectacles and a big smile. If you can imagine this, ever since Jessica went missing, Sarah's home has been filled with people trying to help her. But Sarah told the media recently that her home feels quiet and empty without her daughter because Jessica's voice is missing. And I thought about that as a mom. And it just, and I know your husband's been through this personally because you're affiliated with Jeffco Schools. And, what do you say? I mean, you just can't even say anything about this.
You don't say anything.
Yeah.
You just be there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to, that's what I want to say right now is if for anybody listening, what do we do with the story? Unlike, typical news sometimes where they just give you the story and then you walk away and think, I can't hear any more bad news. This is awful. What do we do with this? This is a mom. We're all moms.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember that, but when the Aurora shooting unfolded,
that's right.
There was a mom named Ashley Mosier, and she lost her 6-year-old daughter and her unborn baby because she was shot herself and paralyzed, and then she lost her unborn child. And so we gathered together a bunch of moms via Facebook and wrote her letters and sent her a gift from Lemongrass Spa, which they donated. And I'm hoping that somehow we can come up with something we can do the same thing for Sarah Ridgeway. Right. So if you're moved, please write us on Facebook, and I may try to start another letter writing campaign just to reach out to her, to comfort her. What can we do? But we can at least do that, right?
We can come beside her.
Right. That's right. And another sad story this morning, but this one's going to be a little bit easier to take. It affects kids all across Colorado. The Denver Zoo's lovable elephant, Mimi, has passed away.
Was Mimi old?
Yes, and that's why it's a little easier to take. Better. In fact, I think she was the 7th oldest elephant in captivity in America. Wow. The altitude must be good for her. An Asian elephant, of course, adored by generations of zoo guests, probably from all over the world who come to the Denver Zoo. If you're in town, you go to the zoo. A lot of times. I mean, at least I do when I go to different towns. I go to their zoos, although some people are opposed to zoos, so I hope I'm not offending anybody today. So she's been there for more than half a century.
Wow.
I know.
I didn't know they lived to be that old.
Yeah. So she passed away on October 9th. She'd been in hospice care. I guess they do that for elephants. At the time of her passing, she was believed to be at least 53 years old.
How old do elephants live?
I don't know, but that seems like, okay, so people who are opposed to zoos, maybe they live longer when they're
in captivity.
Pampered.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they usually? Well, there's no predators.
Yeah. Well, what kills an...
I don't know.
What does anything kill an elephant?
A pack?
I'd ask Dan, but he's busy talking to
poachers,
6 people back there. Yeah, right. But don't they just take their tusks? I don't know.
They kill
Dan, does anybody kill elephants? Any predator?
Any predator?
Yeah. I don't imagine how they could take them down.
I don't know. I know people do. There
you go.
The
Poaching
ivory.
and stuff. Yeah. Do they actually kill the elephant, or do they just take the tusk?
No, they kill it.
Okay. I sound like an ignoramus this morning. Sorry. All right. Worst sounds ever. University of Newcastle, I believe, came up with this. Do you know what number 1 was? I'm about to do it on the air, so if you need to just tune me down for a second, it's this. And that doesn't seem like a bad sound to me.
That's not bad. It looks bad on camera. She's got a knife.
I have a knife and a beer bottle.
And she's rubbing it. It looks like a sci-fi movie there.
Yeah, they've discovered the worst sounds ever. And number 1 was a knife on a bottle, but it sounds like music. Yeah, knife on a bottle. So I must have the wrong knife and the wrong bottle. Yeah.
Who does that? Puts knives on bottles.
I know. But it was fork on a glass was one of them. Fingernails on a chalkboard. Not that, any of us want to listen to these things. But my girlfriend, I was on Angie Austin's show yesterday on KLVZ, and she said her favorite sound of all time is laughing babies.
Yes.
I love that sound. Beautiful sound.
Contagious.
All right, coming up, you're going to learn about fats. You're going to learn what to do and what you can eat. This is wonderful news. There's all kinds of stuff you can eat even if you're dieting.
Fat is yummy.
Yes, it is. I eat all kinds of butter. Healthy Mom, Happy Family coming up with Julie Hammerstein with some great information for you.